Now let's go to Walid Shoebat, who is an Arabic speaker, former member of the PLO, a man who knows an awful lot about what's going on. Walid, welcome back to the Savage Nation program.
You bet. Thank you, Michael.
Walid, things are getting very crazy right now. You know that as well as I, correct?
Correct.
Okay, they're heating up. So let's start from the top. Is Obama a Shiite or a Sunni Muslim?
Well, if you look at Obama's policies, they go sometimes against Saudi Arabia, which makes him more in line with the policies of Erdogan of Turkey. It was Erdogan of Turkey that defended Iran to keep its nuclear ability because Rouhani and Erdogan had made a deal and a pact to work together. This alliance of Shia and Sunni is not unlikely to happen between a Sufi government, which is Turkey, which is palatable to a Shiite thinking process in which the icons of the Shia are respected among the Sufis. So the Middle East right now is in a Sunni alliance in which Turkey is getting involved. In fact, it has a right to even enter into Qatar, in which it wants its own incursions into the region, as well as Iran's incursions into Yemen through the Houthis, which threatens Mecca for Saudi Arabia and threatens...
Well, you're doing an advanced graduate course in the answer, and most people can't follow you. I'm having trouble. But we know that Hussein is the name of the martyr founder of Shia Islam. Isn't that true?
That's correct.
And Obama's parents' marriage, many say, was in line with the Shia doctrine of nikah mutah, or temporary marriage of convenience. Is that true?
I'm not aware of that exactly, whether he has Shia aspirations or not. But most likely his father was Sunni, because I look at Malik Obama and his brother and his uncle Saeed Obama and his grandmother Sarah Obama and Musa Ismail Obama, the cousin who came out on Al Jazeera. They very much were educated by the Wahhabist regime. So there is an alliance of some sort between the Obama family and the Wahhabist regime.
But why does Obama have such a vendetta against Israel now and wanting to reward the Islamo-fascist movement, part of the Israeli state? Why is he speeding that up? I mean, he leaked the secret documents on Israel. That's shocking, Walid, is it not?
Absolutely. In fact, they leaked information that the Israeli military technology is more advanced than the U.S., the hydrogen bomb technology. It is very much that shows Obama right now is acting like a Julian Assange. WikiLeaks, now we have Obama leaks through the Pentagon. And it's exactly what he is doing. And so he is basically creating divisions. If you look at the Arab Spring, what is that about? Dividing Sunni versus Shiite. You look at the home front, dividing blacks versus whites. Any way, shape, or form Obama can divide, he will do it. In fact, the funded program in Israel, 350,000 U.S. taxpayers, to go against Netanyahu election, dividing Israeli Arab versus Jew Arab. And this has been going on between Netanyahu and Obama, in which Netanyahu talked about the busloads of Arabs being, to vote, and this was going to go against Netanyahu's party, and this is what you have Obama doing. So then you have also statements coming out of the right hand of Obama saying Israel is an occupation, a 50-year occupation that must end. This doesn't sound like something that comes out of the State Department or a U.S. president. It comes out of a person who is trying to create major problems and major divides in global affairs, as well as in the home front affairs, as well as for Israel. So his revenge against Netanyahu, he called Netanyahu, not to congratulate him, by the way, he called Netanyahu so he can fire Ron Dermer, who is the United Nations ambassador for Israel. So he's lecturing Netanyahu on what to do, advancing what he had agreed before with the Palestinians. He was a very close friend and associate of Rashid Khalidi, head of the PLO. He learned from his wife, Muna, on his ideology regarding the Palestinian situation. This is in his book. It's no secret. He was friends with Edward Said, who's a scholar who you can see stoning the Israelis, and he's a scholar stoning the Israelis. What does that make any sense? So in other words, you have Obama in bed with top Islamists, top pro-PLO, when the PLO used to be a terrorist organization. It was considered a terror organization then. Yet we
But
acted.
well, just so people know who you are, they don't think you're a funny guy who sells falafel on 49th Street, because they can dismiss you. You were a former member of the PLO, is that correct?
That is correct, absolutely.
And you were a terrorist, and you spent time in Israeli prisons. So you have tremendous bona fides. Obviously, you're a fluent Arabic speaker and a great English speaker. I want to play for the world to listen Bo Bergdahl's father's speech on the lawn of the White House in Arabic, and I want to ask you what it means. Guys, just play it for Waleed and everyone else.
I'd like to say to Bo right now, who's having trouble speaking English, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Zayabayem. I'm your father, Bo.
What does that mean in Arabic?
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, I am your father, Bo. In fact, I was the first to investigate Father Bo Bergdahl.
Wait a minute, my heart just stopped. My heart just stopped. So it was a coded message, was it not?
Absolutely. In fact, there is more coded messages, which I revealed. He commented, Alhamdulillah, Amina, Amina. May Allah and the Ummah be heard. May Allah free my son. And then he says, in classical Arabic language, he types it in Arabic, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een, which is the beginning of the declaration of faith in Islam. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. It is thee, Allah, whom we worship. It is thee whom we seek refuge.
So in other words, he did this on the White House lawn, and the average American moron didn't even know he was doing it.
Of course.
So why would Obama permit this worship of Allah to appear on the lawn of the White House? I mean, the question answers the question.
Well, it seems it's something that cannot be said on the air these days, that Obama's affiliation with Islam and with Islamists is neck deep. This is why he is the Assange of the Muslim world. Obama is no secret. His family is no secret. I was the first to show the family connection to the Wahhabists and to the Muslim Brotherhood and all the agendas. And so Bergdahl is an Islamist. In fact, his links to Mufti Ismail Menk, who he puts as favorites. This is terror support from the top. His links to Americans being killed in the war in Afghanistan.
Wait, I got to follow you. The father is an Islamist?
Absolutely an Islamist.
Wait, the father of this traitor, who was traded for 5 major league Taliban generals. Are you suggesting the father himself has links to these elements?
Absolutely, he has links to these elements.
But wait, now come on, Waleed. How do we know this?
Well, take a look at my article. It is titled, I show the evidence, I show all the links. Father of soldier who Obama released declares Muslim victory call, and Obama smiles as soon as he hears the war cry of Allah. Look at the report. Just put Bergdahl Shoebat, and you will see the links. You will see the tweets. You will see the comments on the YouTube videos. You could see him typing Arabic. You could see him how he learned the Arabic language, and he learned the Arabic language from jihadi websites, not from any just Arabic learning websites.
So when he appeared with the wispy beard on the lawn of the White House, and many of us who are trained to observe said, "Wait a minute now, this man is a Muslim." Which unto itself is not a crime, but he has links to segments of the Islamic world that are questionable, and we were dismissed as this and that. Now you're confirming that in Arabic he said, let's do this again. First tell us in English what he said, please.
Well, let me go back. I have it in my article here.
You want to read it? I'll tell you what, I want the people to follow it. Should we do it in Arabic and then you tell us in English, or you want to just tell us in English or we'll play it in Arabic again?
Well, I can tell you, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, which means, praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, this world and the underworld. And he talks about the prayer to the Ummah, which is a unification of an Islamic government under the Khilafah, the Caliphate. And then he says, Allah, free my son from captivity. Then he writes in the Arabic language, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, it is thee whom we worship. It is thee whom we seek refuge. And these comments is not just anywhere. They're comments on jihadi YouTube videos. And his link...
So the rhetoric that we heard on the White House lawn in the Rose Garden is the rhetoric that comes out of jihadi websites?
Absolutely.